This is Dimma Tower. He's 22 years old, sitting in a courtroom facing murder charges, but right now he's not just a defendant, he's breaking down, crying so hard that the judge has to stop the trial. What you're about to hear is one of the most unusual murder trials in recent history. A trial where the defense attorney isn't claiming his client is innocent. A trial where a young man's entire tragic life is on display. A trial that asks one question: when does a broken person become a criminal? It's opening statements day. The prosecution has already laid out their case. 2 people are dead. Dimma Tower killed them. The evidence is clear. Now it's the defense's turn to speak. And defense attorney Michael Gilman is about to tell a story that will shake this courtroom. Gilman stands up, he looks at the jury, and he starts with something you almost never hear from a defense attorney. He says, "If you're expecting me to stand here and say Mr. Tower is not guilty of anything, you would be incorrect." The jury looks confused. What kind of defense is this? The defendant admitting guilt, but Gilman continues. This isn't about whether Dimma did it, it's about who Dimma is and how he became this person sitting in court today. Timestamp 000130000315. Gilman tells the jury about Dimma's past. He came from Ukraine, a country at war. He was in foster care there from the time he was very young because his mother died and his family didn't want him. Think about that. Your mother dies, your family rejects you, you're a little kid, and you're put into a foster system in a war-torn country. Dimma grew up in that system. No family, no stability, no love, just survival, day after day, year after year, watching other kids get adopted while nobody wanted him. Then when Dimma was about 14 or 15 years old, 2 American strangers showed up. They decided to bring him to the United States, just like that, took him from the only country he'd ever known, even if that country didn't want him, and brought him to America. Gilman quotes something Dimma said, "I'm basically a nobody coming from nowhere." That's how Dimma Tower sees himself, a nobody coming from nowhere. Now 7 or 8 years after arriving in America, Dimma is sitting in court, charged with murder. 2 people are dead, and he admits he did it. But the question is why? What level of crime is it? First-degree murder, second-degree manslaughter. As Gilman is explaining this to the jury, something starts happening. Dimma, sitting at the defense table, begins to cry, not just tears, he's sobbing, his shoulders are shaking, he's reaching for tissues, one after another, trying to wipe his face, trying to compose himself, but he can't. The jury notices, they're watching him. Some jurors look sympathetic, others look uncomfortable.